Hello, I'm Flavin. So this is update number 7 on my PECO RAIL200 diorama challenge board, just to show you that I've been working on the riverbank and the riverbed. There's still work to do on it because I haven't actually put the river in yet, and I've put it in place just to show you it with the bridge. This is the original drawing that I made, the plan. This is where I've carved it out of loft insulation foam, covered it in toilet paper and Mod Podge, painted it and added the grass. I use a piece of Kingspan loft insulation foam that I buy from Wicks. I then cut out the shape of the plan, my original plan, the template, and peel off the backing, my least favourite job. Use a black Sharpie to draw on the surface where I want it, what I want, and start to carve it out. It's an interesting one when you try and do this, because you're actually carving a 3D model from your imagination almost. Those are where the struts for the bridge go. That's the riverbed, roughly carved out, and the sides of the river. This, on the other hand, is all the mess that it makes as you do it. There. So the bridge is in place. You can probably see better where the river runs off, or runs down from up there. Runs off down at the front. Nice little view. Will be underneath the bridge there. Quite pleased with that. Now I'm going to move on to the next stage. I'm now happy that this is the shape that I want it to be. You can see where the bridge struts go. You can see the shape of the riverbed and the sides. Now I'm going to start the high-tech bit. Toilet paper, dressmaker's pins, Mod Podge and a pair of gloves. I start by covering the surface with a good thick layer of Mod Podge. I've pressed all of the pieces of toilet paper, actually quite thinly, although it might not look it, in place on top of the first layer of Mod Podge. And then when I'm reasonably happy with it, I then put another layer of Mod Podge on top, folding it in as I do it. Gives a very, very realistic looking area of countryside. At the top here I've made what will be some small rocks that will form a bit of a waterfall as the water runs down, and it will come to the front of the board basically. All ready now to dry. So I've put the riverbed in place and put the bridge in to the gaps I've made for it. So you just probably get a better idea of what it's going to look like. I'm now happy that I've got the river shape right. I've painted green where the grass will be. I've obviously painted the dark blue where the river runs, and I'm just going to show you very, very quickly. I'm going to add some grey where there will be a small amount of cliff face. I've painted in the grey where the rocks are and where the cliffs will be, but I've only put the first coat on it. While it's drying, I'm going to show you how I grass my grassy banks of the river. You may or may not have ever heard of this, but it is called the Jarvis rough terrain mat. To me, it's absolutely magic. I love the effect I can get with it. Basically, it's a mat. It's not particularly big. You can just see, it looks huge on the screen, but actually it's not that big. And so what I'm doing is roughly tearing along the edge here. As to where it's going to fit. So that's a rough fit. It doesn't matter because you smooth it down with your fingers. Next thing, paintbrush. Probably can't see it there. I have some clear water, clean water. Paintbrush. You dampen the surface. Make it nice and wet. And then lay it on the top. Press it down with your fingers. Now it's not properly, I'll move this a bit nearer so you can see it better. It's not properly stuck down yet. It has a sort of sticky back to it, but it's a sticky thing that is created once you put water on it. And then I because this is rough terrain and this is a rough riverbank, I use the brush full of water again to push it down into place. Now I am not, I can tell you now, a fan of static grass, and I've tried it and I do use it very occasionally, but largely I'm not bothered. There we are. That's how quick it takes. So now you can see it's rough territory with grass on it. Now I will do it for the rest of it. I'll then leave it to dry. Okay, so this will give you a better idea of how good this Jarvis grass actually is. This looks rugged, decent sort of hillside, looks like real grass. It's the right length in my mind. So that's the grass side of things done. Next thing will be to do the water, and I will show you that another time. If you've enjoyed this video, want to see the next one, please like, subscribe, comment, and I will continue to make these. Thank you.